So we got Blondie, and we're just going to kind of revisit things that we've worked with out here in the open now. And first thing I'm going to ask is, can you move your hip with just my eyes? Can you move your hip with just my eyes? And can you go left and right without taking off with your hair on fire? If she'll give me this whole lap right here, I'll just kind of send her hip away with my eyes. Right here, she wants to block me and say, don't block me. There you go. Pivot on my right foot. 1, 2, 3, 4. See, it took her 5 strides, which I'm okay with. I'll let her take a break for thinking about that and self-correcting. But I don't want you coming up on top of me like that. So we're just going to test her again. See what her lateral flexion looks like. And see if she can memorize that this neutral rein position means plant your feet and soften your face. Okay? Very good. And I don't want to pull her around. I want her to follow the weight of the rein and let her know I'm coming. Hoop. There. Let's go ahead and sling on up here. There we go. Good girl. And right here, I'm just going to go ahead and hold her again until she comes to a stop. And remember, the first day we tried this with this horse, she went around about 30 times. The next day, she went around about 6. Today, there's about 8, 9, 10. Wait. There. Good. There. Good. Good. If she leaves, I just pull her back down and let her have her head back. Good girl. Kind of let her know I'm up here. There you go. I'll just go ahead and ride her off here to the right now. And again, a neutral rein. 2, 3, 4, 5, almost 6. There you go. Just don't walk off, see ya. Just make sure that outside rein is loose. There. And I don't really care how many days this takes with a horse. There. How many sessions. Remember, we're riding a horse that's about 12 years old that we think a little girl just kind of tore around on, so she thinks everything she's supposed to do with her hair on fire. And this neutral rein means flex your head, stand still, and flex your head, stand still, and wait for instruction. And if I give you a direct rein out to here, walk off. And if you pick up the pace like you're doing there, I'm going to simulate this neutral rein to stop, see? It'll put the idea in her head that maybe she's getting pulled to a stop, and I can let her out. I can let her out when I feel her slow down. If she picks up the pace, I don't want to run over that cone. I'll slow her down and let her out. And when she changes direction, she's liable to get excited, but that's okay. There. If she takes off, neutral rein, let her out. I'll just sit here quiet, steer her with a direct rein. On a loose rein, I want her to walk. If she picks up the pace, neutral rein to slow her down. A neutral rein to slow her down. Let her out. If she picks up the pace, there, she corrected herself. A little bit of a neutral rein to slow her down. A neutral rein, slow her down. If she takes off a little bit, there we go. I'll just pet her for walking quiet. She kind of thinking about it. A neutral rein to slow her down. Out. A little bit of there. Now I'll steer through the cone here. Very good. Very good. She started to pick up the pace. Just a little bit of neutral rein. Just start to pull that angle just a little bit. Let it out. Then just see if you can't get her to stop. Ooh. See how many revolutions it takes to stop? Just one. Very good. Very good. A little bit of a neutral rein. And again, you know, we're looking at years of deprogramming on a horse like this, so we can't really hold it against him. Just want to give her an opportunity to try to do something different and like it. Good girl. She takes off, a little bit of a neutral rein. Good girl. Pet her. Right there, she's kind of thinking about going faster, but she's self-corrected. I'll just direct rein her over here now. There'll be one rein stopping her or direct reining her only. I'll just go ahead and try to stop her now. I'll just pull this down to a neutral rein and wait. See how many revolutions it takes. 1.5, 2.5, 3.5, and stop. Good, good. Let her think. See if I can't just ride her off now here without her taking off on me. It's a little too fast for me. I want you to be quieter than that. So I just use a little bit of neutral rein. If she starts to pick up the pace too fast, I just start to pull on that neutral rein. Let her out as soon as I feel her break down her speed at all. Even if it's just a fraction like that. If she starts to pick up the pace, I'll just neutral rein her just a little bit there. Good, good. See if what she does for a right rein stop. And I'll just peel her down. 1, 2. Very good. Much better. So I'm going to remind her about her little head lowering drill here. I'm going to make contact on the corners of her mouth. There. So when I squeeze with my legs, there. Good. So if I start to squeeze with my left leg. If I squeeze, it doesn't mean move. The tilt of my pelvis will tell you what direction I want you to go, and my pelvis is neutral. So I'm sitting neutral. I'm going to squeeze. There. So I'm sitting neutral. If I squeeze, there you go. So if I squeeze, there. Good girl. Pretty good trick. If I squeeze, there. Down. Then I let her out. Guide her this way. There she's walking nice and quiet. Let's check that right rein stop. 1. There. Much better. Getting better. Good. I'm going to ask her to pick up the pace. Go ahead and pick up the pace a little bit. And then if you feel me sit down on you, you should probably slow down or feel the neutral rein until you come down to a pace I want. I'm going to ask her to pick up the pace a little bit here. And if I sit down on her to 3 strides to come back to a walk, or I start to pull a neutral rein, and I'll pull it again, and I'll pull it again, and I'll pull it again, until she comes to a walk. And then what I'll do is I'll just ask her to pick up the pace for 5 or 6 strides here. Pick up the pace, pick up the pace, pick up the pace. And when she feels me sit, 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 she gets 3 strides to bring herself back down to a walk. Or feel the wrath of the neutral rein. If Give her the freedom to travel on a loose rein here, though. I think we'd pick up the pace, and then sit, failure. Don't tip her over. Just bring her back down. Let her. Now she comes out of there too fast. And let her back out. And we only correct the mistakes. We don't prevent her from making them. Let's try a, there we go. I'll just direct reiner over here, direct reiner. I'll just test out that right rein stop again. Just pull it to my middle of my thigh and wait. And there. 2/3 of a rotation. It might be about where we quit on old Blondie today. She did pretty good. Rock back and forth, let her know I'm coming off. And then step down. Tell her how smart she is.